Hello everyone, I'm Jim Fleming and all that, and I'm going to set this up for seating cores. What I'm saying is it's not going to be seating cores. I'm going to be making finished bullets, but I'm going to be using my Corbin core seating die. You're not seeing much right now because I'm over here on the other side trying to take and set up to show you something. Alright, now let's see here if I can kick the tripod a couple more times. This is what's called the core seating die. Notice that little punch right there. It's called the internal punch. You notice the dome shape that's on it. Okay, this fits up in there, and that is one sweet fit. Of course it's got lubrication on it, stuff like that. Now here's what's interesting, as I'm going to make the other end, here's what's interesting, I'm going to make the other one same exact, they'll be mating domes. Now you can see how much extra you'll get on the bearing surface. By that I'm saying each one to take and make the same weight and I'll hold the dome. What it'll do is the lead will flow this way and this way, beyond the edges of these dome punches, just wiping off a little bit of bleed over lead. Alright, I'll see if I can't kick this tripod a few more times and get this set up. All I have to do is thread this die in. And hopefully I can swing this handle all the way without hitting the tripod. Good. This is the external punch holder right here. This has a surface that mates up a little. I guess I better just show you. Forgive me guys, I just want you to see everything, and it's like I'm really trying my best to get it all done carefully. There we go. If you notice in here, another dome, it mates up to the little dome cut that's inside that thing. Little ball cut. Boy, this is weird working through a camera lens. These two surfaces made up. This is the external punch, and this allows it to float and match up to whatever I need it to be inside. This is a retaining ring. Notice that retaining ring, square on one end, but dome shaped, just cut in the middle, but still you can see the radius and dome shape on that thing. This is so weird working through a camera lens. Okay, put that all together. I dropped the half dome in there, drop this in there, thread these together. You notice I didn't move this ring lock nut at all. That'll help me get close to where I want to be. Although it won't be exactly where I want it to be, I'll leave it long. By long I mean I'm not going to take and try over pressurizing it too soon. Alright, that's good for now. Let me go over and get a handful of cores. I know you're not seeing anything. My coffee can full of cores. I'll move it out of the way. Coffee can full of cores, about 25 pounds right there. 25 pounds of lead cores that weigh 146 to 47 grains. And I'll get a handful of those. Excuse me while I clean up a mess. I actually left it for myself yesterday. Okay. Pour out a handful of cores. Oh, something you guys might have noticed in another video. I gotta make sure that you guys know that I know about it. These little bits and pieces of lead. What I will do, they're mixed into this, like right here. See that? Those are impurities I absolutely do not want. But what I do is I just leave them over here. I sort them out as I actually pull the cores out and leave all the bits, the squeezins as I like to call them, in there. Now I can just start running this down until I feel it bump. I know I've still got a good ways to go after that, but after I feel it starting to pressurize, which I do right now, okay, now what you just saw me do is put a little tiny bit of pressure on this core. You can't see it well, but this core started picking up the dome shape on both ends. Started picking up the dome shape. It's going to center itself, not to worry. It'll center itself when the lead finally starts moving up the full diameter. What I did was I started moving the lead this way, and then in turn what that does is it increases the diameter. These things are about 318 when they come out of here, and they'll be finished. They'll be about 357.2. 0.357.2. 357 thousandths and 2/10. In other words, 357. Okay, let's push this up a little bit more. You notice the dome is actually moved to center. This is not yet moved yet. But anyway, also you'll see, you can notice, I'll get a pair of calipers. Well, here's my calipers. Excuse me. Anyway, the calipers, as you can see, it measures about 318 on the core. Well, I've already increased this diameter a little bit, I think. Sure did. 324. Just by applying a little bit of longitudinal pressure. Last time was 324, 336, you can see that, 335, 330. Anyway, you can see the dome is getting deeper and deeper. The metal is actually starting to dish in such a way to give with it. Give her another squeeze. That is to say, adjust the external punch deeper. I guess I forgot to take in 334, 333. What I forgot to do, and I should have done, this is the true test. 617, 616, 665. There, as you can see, I'm really starting to move metal. I forget, I think it was 617 last time. 595 and a diameter 342. I'm really starting to move the metal around. That wrinkling will straighten out. That's just a little bit of lubrication from the last time, but that wrinkling will straighten out when I get it up to full diameter and start putting heavy pressure on the metal. Alright, 342, about the same. The length, 585. Well, I don't know if I got that on camera or not. 586. 352. Hopefully this doesn't die in a few seconds. The last time I tried this, it died after 10 minutes. It's 9:55 now.